What is the secret of Medeu high mountain skating rink? Why were hundreds of world records set on exactly this ice? Should one try skating here for the first time in life? Let's find this out in the new episode of Welcome to Kazakhstan project. Who has never heard of Medeu high mountain skating rink at least once? It is still a visiting card of Kazakhstan. So what is unique about it and how well you can spend your time here, we will find out in this episode. This is Welcome to Kazakhstan project. My name is Zakirjan Mamlutov. Let's broaden our horizons. The most important thing, which of course you can't do without on the ice rink, are skates. And if suddenly you are on Medeu for the first time and want to play it safe, then in addition to everything you can get knee pads, elbow pads and a protective helmet. Hello, I need skates. What size? I have a 40-foot size.
40-й размер, мой размер.
There is advice to take the size of your foot or even one larger size, right? Better take larger. Well, let's go ice skating. The skating rink is open for visits to anyone, both residents of Almaty city and its guests. Needless to say, this is probably the most popular sports facility in the country.
Попасть на Медеу вообще было моей давней мечтой. И сегодня я свою мечту исполню.
Getting to Medeu was my old dream, and today my dream will come true. By the way, I spent 1,000 tenge for the skates rent. The session will last 3 hours, but this is on weekdays only. On weekends, it is 2 hours, because there are many times more people who want to go ice skating on weekends. Well, it's time to lace up the skates, and we will conquer the records of Kazakhstan at the best skating rink in the world, Medeu High Mountain Skating Rink. It all started with a picturesque track named after the local region head Medeu Pusurmanov. At first, they were only a sanatorium and a commerce hospital. But in the late 1940s, a decision was made to build a sports racket factory, a unique high-mountain skating rink.
здесь разряженный воздух, как вы видите, очень хорошее солнце. Эти все факторы, они влияют, конечно же, на...
There is thin air here. As you can see, the sun is very good. All these factors, of course, affect the quality of the ice and the speed of sliding. Moreover, the atmosphere of the place is very important. Now, this is an open skating rink. As you can see, we have, due to the sun, sharp warming. As soon as the sun goes down, a very good cold occurs. This is probably one of the peculiarities and difficulties in our work, to maintain this ice massive within the area of 10,500 square meters.
Содержать этот ледовый массив площадью 10,5 тысяч квадратных метров.
The main feature of the skating rink is the altitude at which the complex is located, namely 1,691 meters above sea level. It is the world's largest high-altitude winter sports complex. The total area of the artificial ice field is 10,500 square meters. The Medeu tract itself is located on the northern slope of the Ile-Alatau Ridge in the valley of the Kizhi-Almaty River. More than 1,300 workers from all over the country worked on the creation of the complex. A road troops brigade was involved in laying the road to it. In 1972, the construction was completed and the skating rink acquired concrete viewing stands and 8 lighting towers. Architects and engineers were awarded the USSR State Prize.
Вообще, изначально, когда каток был открыт в 1956 году,
In general, initially, when the skating rink was opened in 1956, even in 1951, the first international competitions began to be held here, according to the historical documents that we have. Why was the ice actually very fast? This is because of the water which is used for it. That is, the water that comes from the tops of the glaciers. This is pure water that does not have any impurities, chlorine, and so on. This is probably one of the main secrets. In other countries, they are forced to install treatment plants, ultra-modern technologies, and we get it from nature.
То есть суперсовременные технологии, нам это дает природа.
The rink is also unique in that it is located in a special place. Cold air from the mountains tends to occupy the valley, descends, and as a result, the highest temperature in the tract is exactly at an altitude of 1,600 meters. Thus, Medeu is warmer than Almaty or high mountainous areas. The mild climate allows you to train on the rink even in the coldest winters.
Ну что, мечты сбываются?
Well, dreams come true. In general, I consider myself a skilled guy. I often go skating, but in any case, I will count how many times I fall today. Let's go! More than 200 records in speed skating alone were set on the ice of Medeu. If you go skating for the first time in life and are afraid to fall, do not be afraid. It seems that the mountain air itself helps you and pushes you forward. Only forward for better results and accomplishments. Do not be afraid. In the 2000s, a large-scale reconstruction of the skating rink took place. The number of seats now accommodates 8,100 people. But the secret of pouring remains the same. The purest mountain water is used to create ice.
Одна из особенностей — это, конечно же, наш ледовый массив.
Well, one of the features is, of course, our ice massive, refrigeration units. Under the plate, there are about 22 temperature sensors, and we have the opportunity to monitor it at any time to control the temperature. Is this also a secret? No, it's not a secret. This is practiced everywhere. That is, during some certain international competitions, we are obliged to provide this data to international organizations. Today, the thickness of the ice that we currently maintain is 7 centimeters. The temperature that we are now striving to maintain is somewhere between 4 and 5 degrees. But for now, the fact that a strong sun has appeared, there is about -7 under the plate. In our refrigeration units, we have a reserve of about 13 degrees. That allows us, right now, to keep this massive. Of course, the result is the most important thing. Not what we do, but the most important thing, what will be the final result after the car passes and what will remain after us. Well, in fact, it is probably important to see, feel and understand the status of the ice.
Да, это, наверное, очень важно, то есть видеть, чувствовать и понимать, то есть когда он в каком состоянии находится.
As they say, welcome to Kazakhstan, welcome to Medeu. Quite right.
Долгие годы каток Медеу считал...
For many years, Medeu skating rink was considered the fastest ice in the world. People from all over the planet fought for the right to compete here, and the famous racing atmosphere under the spotlights is reflected on stamps and postcards.
Сейчас вторая смена, и солнца уже не так много, потому что оно...
Now the second shift began, and the sun has gone behind the mountains. And as experts say, the ice is much better in the second shift because it does not melt. It is quite logical. True, it has become cooler here. From 2,000 to 3,000 people can skate on the ice rink simultaneously. And if you think that this does not happen, then you are deeply mistaken. Numerous guests from different countries stay at the hotel complex located next to the ice rink. The infrastructure of the complex is developing and improving every year.
Ну, конечно, без падений не обходится.
Well, of course, you can't do without faults. Most likely he's a beginner, didn't fit into the turn or made some kind of extra turn, and the ice of Medeu punished him for this. On weekends, the entire skating rink is filled with people who want to go ice skating. There is a special area for kids. Many people just come to take pictures against the amazing backdrop of the mountains. For most tourists, Medeu is just the beginning of a long journey that leads to Shimbolak ski resort and the famous Big Talgar Pass. Getting to Medeu Sports Complex from Almaty is not difficult at all. You can take bus number 12, for example, at the bus stop opposite the Hotel Kazakhstan. The schedule of the route is from 6 a.m. to midnight. The bus runs every 10 minutes, and on weekends every 5 minutes. You can always use a taxi or a private car. The way from the city straight along Gorna Street will take about half an hour.
Каток Медeu – символ Казахстана.
Medeu skating rink is a symbol of Kazakhstan. And if you have visited Almaty, then not visiting Medeu is an unforgivable mistake. After all, only here the mountain breeze blows in your back, helping to make an unforgettable ice skating race. Welcome to Kazakhstan.